Indistinct to human eyes, a shadow on the pavement lies. Memory of darker days, nights engulfed in amber haze. Fearful of a world too wild, symbol of the inner child. Always careful not to show secrets you must never know. Quick to judge but full of fear. You're too far and I'm too near. Full of anger, full of shame, always passing on the blame. Everything begins with me, hiding from reality. This is how the past was made, followed by this shade. A shadow on the pavement lies. Box it up and tie the ties. Place it safely on the shelf. Shadow of my former self. That's the poem I wrote when I was in rehab. The first poem that started me on the road to creative writing as a help towards recovery from addiction. I printed it in my second book, which is called The Fun We Had, How to Enjoy Life in Recovery. Writing a poem helped me express things that were too painful to just talk about. Writing a poem helped me focus on the essentials rather than sort of rambling about the chaotic feelings that my head was full of. Writing a poem gave me a sense of release that somehow I was unburdening myself to some degree of this awful bundle of shame and guilt and anger and despair and anxiety that I'd been carrying around with me. Later on, I wrote another poem and another poem. Really, I discovered that actual creativity gives you a result. It gives you a feeling that you've discovered something new that can really help you progress in recovery. The fact is that creativity and abuse of alcohol and drugs have always been very closely linked. You've only to look at the life stories of Dylan Thomas, Vincent van Gogh, Beethoven, all kinds of people in all kinds of artistic milieu have used alcohol or other drugs to enhance their creativity. What I discovered was that you can turn that around and that creativity can actually help you recover from addiction. A lot of people, when they get into rehab, they stop their addiction and they find a huge sense of emptiness. It's as if they're a child again, born again, trying to discover who they are, what their strengths are, their weaknesses, what their spirituality is. All their values need reassessing, and the medium of creativity can be an enormous help in taking you down that road of rediscovering yourself.